table. We're a group of like minded individuals, good friends that like to just mess about. Tonight we're messing about in the world of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. This is a very dark setting as we are playing a Sabbat campaign. Please be aware that there are situations which may arise involving violence and various other sensitive topics. If this is not for you, I suggest leaving our stream now. For those that are staying, welcome. We pick up the next evening. After Elysium has concluded, each of you have made your way back to your homes, rested, had a pleasant time, and survived, despite some people's best efforts, to see another evening. We begin with a rouse check, please. Let's see if anyone gets hungrier. Dr. Isaacs, you succeed. You're good. You do not get hungrier for the evening. Juliet, you're feeling a little bit peckish, but it's not something that you immediately need to take care of. Peter, you seem to be all right for the moment. And Frank, you manage yourself well enough. It's not the joyful experience of having a fresh kill and humming to yourself, but pretty average.
Mhm.
Our scene moves to Peter's front door. There's a racket outside, a fierce hammering against the screen door as it bounces off the wooden one behind it. It sounds like somebody in a panic, in a rush. Peter, you've just recently awoken from your abrupt rest, and you
Sure.
hear this racket just outside your door.
Should
Someone
grab
not
fire alarm.
necessarily trying to break in, but definitely you think if they leave it alone, somebody might ask questions.
Okay. I could grab me firearm that I've got at home, my handgun.
Mhm.
It's just what would it be? Probably Smith and Wesson 38. Not a snub nose, just a normal 38. Go to the front door, see who it is.
How do you check the front door? Do you just pull aside like the curtain to look out the glass,
Yeah, I could have
or
a
do
bit
you
of a
check from the
look.
side?
Yeah, so not straight from the front door. We have a look from a window, kind of looking out towards the porchway.
Mhm. As you pull the glass aside, you see Maddie frantically trying to rouse you. He's knocking, he's trying to ring the doorbell. The doorbell's been broken for months. Um, and you can see him just frantic. He doesn't look injured, but he looks confused and panicked.
Okay, so I open the door, grab hold of him by the shirt, pull him in, and shut the door.
There is a slight yelp that's quickly cut off as the door shuts, and he kind of steadies himself. He doesn't really reach out for you. He reaches out for the wall or something nearby to just kind of put a hand on, and you can tell that he is completely recovered from the severe injuries that you saw him with in the convent when he was in the sick bed, but also his eyes are wide as saucer plates right now. There is a pallor to him that was not there previously, especially because he spent so much time in the early evenings and afternoons on his beat within the French Quarter. You can also tell that his clothes are fairly disheveled. It seems like he might have had a rough few days since you last saw him. You also notice that there are rips and tears in them that look like they might have been from weapons, specifically more like a serrated knife edge.
Been in the wars.
Oh, hi. Oh, thank God you're home. I wasn't sure you'd be home. Like, I saw that, like, the door was locked and everything, but I didn't see any lights, and oh man, it's been so weird since you left. The quarter is I don't know what's going on in the quarter anymore. Well, I know things that are going on in the quarter, but they don't make any sense. And he like notices the gun in your hand and he's going to stop talking very quickly and try and assess you instead because he's realizing the kind of situation he just put himself in.
Chill. It's cool. I didn't know you were. I'm not going to shoot you.
Okay.
Put it in my waistband in the back of my trousers.
Okay.
Come, sit down. Let's talk. Can I get anything to drink?
Water? I don't know. That feels feels weird. Like I've been eating
Unsatisfying.
better and like I've been actually like drinking water and not drinking booze so much, but I haven't tried any of the product, but there's just something so different ever since you visited me. I don't know. Something's changed. It doesn't feel right. And he's gonna sit down, I imagine, your kitchen table.
You're welcome. You were on death's door until I helped you.
Wait, you did something to me?
Yeah.
Well, okay, well thanks, but like what what'd you do to me? What's
What's,
happening?
what's been happening with you? Something similar has happened with me. Not the same, but
So why
similar.
you disappeared for a bit?
Something like that.
Okay.
I need you to be calm. I need you not to freak out and know that I'm not going to hurt you.
Nods.
We go way back, don't we?
And he's gonna like put his hand on the glass of water that you set down for him, and you can see the ripples in the glass even though he's trying to keep himself calm.
I helped you with that time when you got in trouble.
Yeah.
I could have thrown you away, but I helped you.
Yeah, and I've been good to you too.
You have.
You ask me to keep an eye out for stuff and keep an eye on people, and I give you what I know.
Yeah, yeah, and I appreciate that. So I'm not
And
what I once was. I'm more than I once was.
oh, okay.
And like I
You got a
said,
promotion?
mm, not really. Well, yeah, but not as you think it is. Again, I need you to be calm. And I'm going to activate something. What am I going to activate? Eyes of the Beast. That gives red eyes, isn't it?
Red, golden, however you want to flavor it, really. But it gives you that ring, that light ring,
Mm,
reflective.
yeah. So I'm going to switch on Eyes of the Beast. I don't need to roll for that, do I?
Don't believe so. Let's see.
I'm trying to find it now. Protein.
No rouse, no roll.
No, no, no,
Yep,
no.
we're good.
So I'm just going to look at him. I'm not going to approach him. Not going to move any closer. Not going to do anything aggressive or anything like that. I'm just going to put on my sexy eyes for him.
He's going to flinch away a little bit, but he stays. Okay. Um, is that some new type of stuff going around that you're using?
No. Well, yes and no. I'm not human anymore, as
Excuse
I'm
me?
sure you can figure that out from the eyes. I'm a little bit more than that now. Should I just send my canines? Yeah,
Certainly can.
let's do that.
The the water on the table visibly begins to, like, you hear it. It's audible. It's almost like it's rocking back and forth in his hand, and he quickly puts his other hand over his wrist to try and steady it and just leaves the water alone as he watches you.
Does it
My like
fall into place now? Do you think? Maybe.
Okay, look, boss, I don't know what's going on here, but like what?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I'm
so
a.
what did you do to me?
What did
Am
I
I
do
gonna
to
get
you?
those?
Well, maybe later. Not right now. So, as if it isn't too fucking obvious already.
I get you. I get you. I get what you're putting down. I'm
Yeah.
picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. But what
So
I've
why
done
does
to
it
you.
feel like I cut something cold turkey?
Well, yeah. So you were sliced up pretty bad, and to be able to help you, I let you taste some of my blood. And what that's done is that's healed you and given you some spicy abilities that makes you a bit better than everybody else. And I think if I gave you a little bit more, it would calm you the fuck down. What do you reckon?
He's just looking at you, basically flabbergasted, and he's processing it. He's acknowledged it. Like you can tell he's past the point of doubt. He's seen something since you last saw him that is probably making this make sense, especially with how panicked he was. And he's just gonna give you a slow nod. Like anything to make this feel better right now because that the scene out there, he holds up his hands and like leans back in the chair. Look, I don't I'm not questioning the source. Just give me what you gotta give me to make me feel better because there's weird shit out there in the French Quarter.
Okay. I'm gonna take How much is a point of blood, volume
Oh,
wise?
more it would be plenty for him.
As in sort of like volume wise, sort of just thinking kind of what receptacle to use.
A glass. I would think a glass would be good enough.
Okay. So I'm gonna get a glass and I'm gonna take my pocket knife, cut my hand and give enough to be able to give him a feeding um, into the glass and slide the glass gently over to him. So that will make you feel a lot better.
It's about 2 cups. Just
Okay.
double check. It's about 2 cups.
So I got like a pint glass or something, so it's quite
Yeah,
quite sizable, yeah.
it's America. Our sizing is egregious, so yes. Um, you're easily able to shave off a pint. So you take, sorry, 2 cups worth, a point. So you take a point of hunger,
Yeah.
and he's going to sit there and look at it, and the visceral hesitation you watch is quickly overridden by the feral instinct that has been instilled from the blood you gave him previously, and he's hesitant for 2, 3 seconds, and then he latches onto the glass and he starts drinking. And there's a grimace the entire time, but you can also tell that the tension in his body is relaxing. And as he starts to calm down, you can tell much more clearly that there were some minor injuries on him, but you imagine that your blood lingering in his system probably helped heal them or minimize them. And you can tell that they are similar to whatever he encountered previously. He's gonna set the glass down after he's finished at least 3/4 of it. Uh, wipe his mouth with the back of his hand and give you a look. So you got like friends like you, or is it what are you hip now? Like
I was never hip, and I'm never likely to be hip. Yeah, I know people. I know people who are similar to me. Not the same, but similar. Can I stipulate what disciplines he can take from me, or are you going to do that randomly?
I would say that because I'm permitting each of you to have 3 ghouls, you can stipulate them, but they have to be from your primary clan.
Okay.
They can't be from something that you picked up from each other
Yeah,
or
no.
whomever you might consume through the process of this campaign.
Cool. Okay. And then level 1, aren't they?
One level 1, like a dot in level 1.
I'll give him fortitude. That makes sense later on.
Okay.
So, let's go sit in the living room. Let's be more comfortable.
He nods. He's gonna pick up the glass because it's not fully finished and bring it with him.
Hmm.
I'll be careful. I'll make sure I don't make a mess.
It's all right. So,
Oh,
tell me about what's going on.
so the off streets and the alleyways are starting to get a little rough. Uh, I wasn't the first person that got caught up, but I was the first person I think that got found. Those ladies at the convent, I think I just got lucky that it happened near there. Um, I don't really remember much from that point on. You visited. I got better. I had this really unpleasant, weird feeling while I was there. Like my skin was crawling. So I left. They didn't want me to leave, but I left. And then the next morning, I realized that most of my injuries were now gone. And I was looking for you, but I didn't want to run into whatever ran into me. So I went at my usual spots. Um, Kitty, Kitten, I don't
Hmm.
remember her actual name. She disappeared a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Um,
found kitten.
what you found, Kitten?
Hmm. Yeah, she was. Well, she's not with us anymore, shall we say?
Where'd you find her? Nobody's found her.
In an alley, under some trash bags.
He's gonna look at you and shake his head.
That's what I thought. But
Near
she
the
wasn't
usual
just killed
spots?
in like a mugging. It wasn't normal. She was attacked by something. Can
Okay.
you can you remember about your attack?
Um, a lot of ripping and tearing and biting. I think it was a person. No, it was 2 people. 2 people. I thought they were muscling in on my boss's territory, trying to get me to push for them. And then while I was talking to one, the other one grabbed me because I was next to an alley. I wasn't in front of it, I know better, but I was around the corner and they were so quick. I was in an alley and then I was on the ground.
What do they look like?
And then I got away and I ran and they caught me near that convent. Man, I don't remember. I was panicking. I think they were kind of slim, about our height. One was a little taller than the other. You-
I may need to get some friends to speak to you to see if we can help you remember,
Okay.
but that might be
y-
later.
Yeah. Um. Hey. Hey, actual boss.
Hmm.
Can I crash here?
Yeah. So, with my current state, shall we say,
Mhm.
I'm pretty much going to be out at night, sleeping in the day.
He nods.
It'll be handy to have you about, just to watch my back, watch my place while I'm sleeping, because I'm pretty vulnerable while I'm asleep.
So, so I just stay here and make sure nobody comes by.
Well, you can still do stuff. I'll probably task you to do some bits and pieces around the place, do some inquiries and whatever. But if you could keep a good eye on me while I'm having my naps, that would be appreciated.
Okay. Uh, my employee is not necessarily the most stable.
You don't need to worry about money now. You don't need to worry about your job before. Your job's working for me now.
Doesn't sound like a bad gig.
We looked after. If you need stuff, you let me know, and I'll see if I can sort it.
He nods. Anything you want me to work on tonight?
No, you
Or
just sort
just stay
yourself out for a
close?
minute. Just stay close for a minute. You sort yourself out. Where's this new stuff come from? These cuts and whatever you've had today.
Oh, right. That was what I was gonna tell you. Oh, wait. Um, I was working the usual, and then I kind of wandered off a couple of streets over, a little bit closer to the waterfront. Same thing happened. Same thing happened. I was able to like get away this time a lot easier, and they didn't seem to expect it, and they didn't really try to come after me this time. That's probably thanks to whatever you did, but started talking to one person, and then I felt hands on my shirt try to pull me back, and then when I resisted, I felt a couple of cuts, but I think the adrenaline was going by then, and then I was gone. Just gone. I
Same
beat
guys?
feet all the way here.
Same guys?
Um, Different one I was talking to, but probably the same pair.
I think I got an idea who these people might be. It might tie in quite nicely with some other business I might have. So, yeah, okay. You stay here for a bit. If you need some clothes, you can borrow some of mine. It might be a bit big for you.
He nods. He just seems grateful that you actually answered the door. He's not asking any particular questions other than what do you need?
Yeah, for the minute, if you just chill, just relax here, get yourself sorted, get yourself calm, and we'll figure out what we need you to do later.
You want me to answer the phone if it rings tonight?
Cool. Right.
Okay.
I've got to go out.
All right. He's just gonna sit there and finish the drink and just kind of stare off into the distance probably for a good 30-40 minutes. And by the time you're leaving, he's kind of starting to come to. Jumping to the cafe, we have Frank present. Frank, you know that Hank was speaking with Josephine earlier in the evening, and he said he'd probably catch up with you afterwards.
Lazy.
Um, Dr. Isaacs and Jules, both of you are also already present at the cafe. You made your way there fairly prompt. Jules, did you leave any messages for your household before you left?
She probably told them that she was going to go out for a little while with her associates, and then she won't be back until 3 or 4 a.m.
Okay.
And to make sure that Romero has his favorite dinner or breakfast. Since their hours is basically they eat dinner at 4 or 5 in the morning. Is it dinner or is it breakfast? Who knows?
It would be dinner at that point for you
Right.
two. It's still definitely something that you're getting used to, though.
I got you.
You know that Romero is hard at work on getting the arrangement set up to have a formal meeting with Josephine to discuss the unification of work in certain aspects. And he will have that information for you when you make your way home.
Well, he better. I would hate to have to eat him on so short in the wedding, and the past the honeymoon phase. Now it's to the eating. So yeah.
All right. The three of you have been served by Jackson, the familiar waiter, and are
Yeah, I'm looking at Jackson in a slightly different light now.
he's looking at you a little concerned, but he's noticing that everything at the table seems good and he understands if you need him, he'll be called over. So he's minding his P's and Q's. You currently have an early evening start of about 10. Just to give you a time frame.
Where's Pete?
He'll be here.
Yeah, where is shit dog?
We found a place.
Oh,
Yeah, just outside of town.
Do you need much for it?
A little, some tools, a little bit of materials.
but what about money? Do you need money?
What for?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess if I can use it to buy materials rather than just like pick up stuff I find lying around the place. That would make things easier.
Right. I mean, money makes things easier. So yeah, sure. Do you need money?
So we found a place. Yeah, money.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we found a
Okay.
place. Now all we need to do is find some people to go in it.
You want a garden?
Is that what you're going for?
No. No, I was thinking more. I'm going to look over. I would look like. Is there anyone else in the cafe?
There's a pair in the far corner talking low between themselves, but they haven't given you any time of day since they've been there.
I'm going to look at Jackson.
He's gonna look over at you.
Are you listening, boy?
He notices your mouth move. Are you projecting to him?
Yeah.
You need something, sir?
I need you not to be listening.
Not listening, sir.
Good boy. I'm going to take that as the truth and turn back to my companions.
As he finishes saying it, he takes his attention off your table.
I was thinking less of a garden and more of a graveyard.
I see. Would I can I do a roll to see how he was reacting to that?
Absolutely. What
Sure.
are you trying to glean? Are you trying to figure out?
I want to figure out if he was really listening or if he was just,
He wouldn't lie to me.
Right. Well, this is out of character right now. So,
oh no, I know that.
Yeah. Because Jules is suspicious, and I don't know if something maybe caught her to want to like kind of observe
A
more.
little cautious of things around you now.
Yeah.
Especially since you heard that somebody heard that one of your coterie went into the Mississippi.
Yeah, that too. That's partly it. Also out of character. I think that out of character perspective, I think he heard and like by the way that he did, but as a character, I don't know that.
Absolutely. So I'll give you your choice of either wits awareness or wits insight at a DC 2.
I'll do wits awareness because I got more dice than wits awareness. I'm gonna rouse the blood for an extra dice. Oh well, he's about to fucking die.
A rouse check and a little bit hungrier for jewels.
Yep.
At a 3.
And then wits. And I add my 1. Then you said difficulty 3?
2.
Oh, 2. Okay. And 3 successes.
3 successes. Perfect. You can see that he's been paying attention to your table, but he didn't respond until Frank spoke to him directly. And what you can garner is he can't hear from the distance he's at unless Frank projects. So he seems to be attentive, but he doesn't seem to be nosy, is what Jules can catch.
Okay. I think we're fine. Do you want him to be a part of the project?
What do you mean?
We're just talking about your graveyard. Do you want him to be a part of the graveyard?
No. I like Jackson.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think he was listening. I don't think he heard anything.
I didn't want him to hear because it would be a real shame if I had to,
We could fix that if he did hear.
Yeah. I mean, we could fix it now. I'm getting a little famished. So,
No.
He told us no hunting in the city.
True.
No, Jackson's mine.
Oh, okay. You don't want to share?
No.
Do you want to maybe make him one of us?
I want to do that thing the prince said we could do.
Oh. I don't think Diablo works on
No, with the ghouls.
Oh, okay.
So he can tell you if your friend comes by the cafe again?
Oh, that's a great idea. I hadn't thought of that. No, I just quite like him. But that's a great idea.
So, you want to get started on that?
Well, I was waiting for Peter. And then, we could have a chat about what we're going to be doing and then go our separate ways. And then I was going to have a chat with him, but...
I mean, while we're waiting, who knows how long he's going to be?
I think it's going to take a bit of a conversation, don't you?
I will say, at this point, you've been at the cafe probably 30 minutes. And Peter, it's about this time that you finished making your way there. You can see the cafe just down the street in front of you. Are you on foot or are you driving?
On foot.
Okay.
I mean, what conversation do you plan on having of them?
Well, I've got to explain it to him, haven't I?
Does it really have to? Do you really need
Look,
to?
look. Were you thrilled when you woke up the first time?
Not especially, no.
No.
But you're not doing that. You're doing the other thing.
Oh, I know,
So he's
but
still.
sure, but like, I think it's only fair, isn't it?
I guess.
He's going to be my
What do
mate.
you think?
He's going to be.
What do you think, Doctor?
I'd be okay waking up again as long as I had my clothes this time.
So at this point, Peter walks through the door.
Do we?
Peter, you notice the group not necessarily huddled together, but in quiet conversation among one another. Definitely keeping their voices down.
That makes me suspicious.
When I see him walking in, I'll look over at Jackson.
It takes a moment. Jackson does recognize Peter, but you can tell he's not gonna fully turn your way. There's kind of a little bit of a glance from the corner of his eye, and he notices that you're looking in his direction, so he turns.
I'm just going to do the old universal symbol for a cup of coffee.
Okay. He nods, and he'll get to work on one.
I don't know in America if we had the smoking and non-smoking section back then. I think it was just like where
It
you could
still
just light
makes.
up.
Yeah,
it's
you get
still
to light
makes-
up in
okay.
this one.
Then Jules is be having a cigarette this whole time. Well, you know.
Calming her nerves so she doesn't have to take people's
Yeah.
shortcomings out on them.
Right.
Are we having a regular cigarette or are we having a funny cigarette?
A regular cigarette.
Okay.
What's going on? What have I missed?
All right, Pete.
All right.
Hi, Pete.
Hi.
Hank has a boyfriend.
Don't be disgusting.
Okay.
Well,
I'm married.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Like, you know, not that, but like he's a friend, but it's a boy. So boyfriend, not anything, you know, untoward.
We
or
could just say
anything.
friend.
Okay, friend. Jeez, so
I
uptight.
think I would believe boyfriend more than friend, but okay.
See, he gets it.
Jackson's going to clear his throat before he heads towards the table to get your attention, Frank, to make sure it's okay to come over.
Yeah, I'll nod.
Right. He'll bring over the cup of coffee and put it down in front of wherever Peter has seated himself.
Cheers.
Anything else?
No. Thanks, Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
he-
thanks, Jackson.
He gives you a little bit of a timid but very bright smile, Jules, because of your intonation. He definitely misunderstood. And he's going to quickly make his way back behind the counter.
You can go off people, you know.
One more time.
You can go off people, you know.
What does that mean exactly?
Means that you can stop liking people, you know.
Oh, well, you know. I like everybody, and everybody likes me.
Why have you got to be mean?
I'm not being mean, I'm just being honest.
Anyway, Pete, I was telling him about the office.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to need some materials to do some setting some stuff up. I was thinking cells for holding We're going to need some steel for that.
Definitely need some anchoring for chains and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe some
Sounds like
tables.
Like you'll need a whole construction crew.
Nah, I can handle it.
How long will it take you?
Not long. Gonna need to weld some stuff.
Jules, can you help provide materials?
Sure, I can do that. Why not?
I think we've got the tools already. It's just like the welding materials, the welder and the actual steel.
Concrete.
Sure.
I can get in touch with my dear husband, and he can help with a lot of that.
And then we need to find some people to put in it. Hank
I might have a line on that.
Oh, great. Hank had someone, but he's been lazy tonight. What have you got?
My man. My ghoul.
Oh, she'll look expectantly at Jules.
And she just takes a puff on her cigarette and then gives him a cheeky grin. And mouths the word boyfriend.
Okay. Turns out he was attacked by probably some vampires.
Ooh. Let's get him.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But we're not quite sure who it is.
Let's get everyone.
He's been attacked twice now.
Well, they really want him.
Yeah, first time by the convent, the second time by the waterfront.
Same people.
Most likely.
You like this guy?
Yeah.
Use him as bait.
He's a little soft on him.
We could
I
use him as
agree.
bait.
Could use him as bait.
No trouble.
It's an option.
What was
I
he doing
mean-
when he got caught?
I don't know. Just walking, as far as I'm aware. A lot of the people that he used to work with, the traffickers, that's not the right word, the pushers in and around the area, they seem to be dropping like flies. Drug
Dealers.
pushers, dealers.
Drugs.
You know what drugs are, yeah?
I know what drugs are, yeah.
The people who sell drugs.
Filthy.
Yeah, exactly. So they're dropping like flies. And I assume, or would seem to think, that these people are responsible. So, I've got a funny feeling it's these dickheads that didn't turn up and present themselves to the prince.
Double bonus.
Exactly. Which gives us another in to be able to fuck them up.
Let's go and dangle your boy down by the waterfront. Hang around in the shadows, and when they go and jump out to get him, we jump out and clobber them.
I like this plan.
What are we going to do with them after we clobber them?
Prince said we're supposed to take him to the prince. And I reckon we take him to the office and we have a conversation with them first.
Yeah, we could do that.
You need to build the office first, then.
I mean, the site's there to be used. We can christen it before we have to. It's not like we're going to have to keep him there long term. We just have to have a conversation with him, find out everything we can, and then we take him to the prince.
Take bits of him to the prince, I suppose.
What's left over?
He wants to speak to him. We'll need to bring them alive as we are.
Yeah. But he never said nothing about number of limbs.
That was not stipulated.
All's fair and more.
We'll
What
have
was
to
it
put them behind in the back of Big Red. They're not going in pieces in my car.
Oh, they'll go in the back of the truck, all right.
Okay. Just making sure.
You hear the chairs at the far end of the cafe scoot against the floor, get tucked under the table, and the two that were conversing, a man and a young woman, walk out and leave.
I was
It is
thinking.
now just your group and Jackson.
I was thinking with our newly found abilities, shall we say. Do we know anybody that can reach into people's minds to help them remember?
Yeah, but soon.
I've been getting better at making people do things. I mean, I could try to make them remember. Maybe. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, would Dominic work with that? I don't think it would it?
I have no idea.
It de-
Maybe.
Remember?
so table
Depends.
wise, it depends how buried the memory is. Like if he didn't actually experience it, he can't recall it. But you might be able to force him to overcome some of the shock.
Interesting.
What's this guy's name, by the way? Your friend?
Matty.
Matty?
Sounds like a dog's name.
I suppose he is his pet.
I mean, you know. Who has pets now? You have one. You're working on one. What about you, Doctor? Are you working on one?
What do you mean?
I have an idea.
Okay. I guess I need to. Well, wait, never mind. I'm married to mine. So, yeah.
You can do the ghoul thing, Frank.
Yeah,
Probably will.
after we're done, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and get your boy? And I'll have a chat with Jackson.
Yeah. Someone give me a lift to be quicker.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll take you.
Oh, let the good doctor. I'll stick around here, enjoy my cigarette, and see how our boy gets along with his boy.
Meet back here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Go team.
Jules and Frank, you watch as Dr. Isaacs and Peter leave. Jackson checks in on you after your company leaves to see if he needs to take any of their drinks or anything that they might have ordered in the meantime. But otherwise, he leaves you well enough alone. You can tell that he's respecting the privacy that you implied you wanted.
I'm
Excuse
good.
me, Jackson.
Yes, miss.
I need a cup of coffee and some scrambled egg. Oh, made that fried eggs and some crispy bacon, please.
Any particular type of fry on the egg? Over easy, medium?
Over easy, please. Do
Would
y'all
you?
have a good steak here by chance?
No, I'm sorry, we don't really carry steak right now, but I could put in a request.
What meats do you have?
We have bacon and we have sausage. If you look at the menu, it's much more of a breakfast style to brunch style cafe.
Gotcha.
They seem to
Well,
focus primarily on sausages, and you gather from the menu itself that this is much more like breakfast sandwiches, like things
okay.
people can come in, order, and take a walk around the quarter with. Um, but I can do a nice fry up for you. Oh, I think you're muted.
Some bacon and some eggs and some sausages.
Over easy, right?
Over easy, please.
Coming right up. Would you like any toast with that?
Uh, no, thank you.
So he's going to get your coffee first, and then he's going to set to work on everything else. In the meantime, Dr. Isaacs and Petey, you make your way back to his home. It's relatively quiet. No particular traffic on the way there since you live a little bit kind of off the main strip and away from some of the more densely populated portions of New Orleans itself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, You get to your house and you notice that there is a light in the back window, which is your kitchen, but the front of the house has no lights on.
Okay. I just walk in, open the door.
You want me to wait here? Come with you.
You can go if you like.
I'll go with him.
Matty, where are you?
You open the door or you knock first?
No, I just barge into my house.
You hear you hear the clattering of a chair from the kitchen, and he sticks his head out really quick. It looks like he's grabbed a shower, but he's still in the same pants, but he's got on one of your overly large t-shirts right now.
All right, eyes. Come on. We got stuff to
Okay.
do.
Is that one of your new friends?
Yeah.
He Dr. Isaacs, you see a late teens, early 20s young man, gangly, that you've probably seen on some of your trips through the French Quarter when you've assisted some of the less fortunate individuals. Um, would you like to describe him, Richie?
Matty. Yeah, just a bit sort of quite tall, skinny-ish. Hasn't really grown into his ears yet. A little bit scruffy. The general kind of person you would think would be selling drugs, really.
Yeah. Smattering of dark hair, which has been recently washed and not necessarily dried, kind of sticking up at odd angles, cut short. And he's gonna flip off the kitchen light and quickly shuffle over towards the two of you. He seems to be feeling much better.
Good. This is the doc.
Hi, Doc.
Hello, Matty.
We got something to do. You might not like it, but we'll look after you.
Okay. He seems to be trusting in that you will keep him safe. Can I ask what it is?
We're gonna try and find the people that have been attacking you.
Okay. Why am I not gonna like that?
Because
Don't worry. Don't.
you're gonna help us find the people who've been attacking you.
Okay, but why am I not gonna like that? As he's following you out of the house and to the van. And he points at the van, he's like, "Oh, I know you! You're that doctor!"
Yeah. You don't
I
have anything
had
to worry about tonight.
Oh, okay. Uh, do I have to get in the back?
Yes.
Do you
Unless Petey wants to give you his seat.
No, no, no. The boss sits up front.
Don't
See,
worry. We recently cleaned the back. It should be
respect.
nice.
That's how it works.
For now.
So when he opens the door, I know you're in the process of replacing some of the items inside. Do you still have the garland of air freshener stroke zigzag across the top?
No, it's probably taken down. I probably have like a couple of pillows that I haven't put sheets on and things of that nature.
Where's He stops and he looks at the setup in the back, and then he's gonna look at you two, and he's just not gonna say anything, and quietly get in the back and take a seat.
We had to pull someone out of the river the other day. It was quite messy.
Okay. Yeah, I heard about some of the floaters sometimes down there.
He's definitely a floater.
Who the fuck are you calling a floater boy?
You're not here. When's your neck in?
He slides the door shut and makes sure it's latched. And you two, now three, are able to leave unaccosted and make your way back to the cafe, where Jules has been served a lovely breakfast spread. Jules, even though you declined the toast, uh, a fresh heated croissant has come out, and it has a small serving of butter beside it, as well as some fresh blackberry preserves, just in case you change your mind.
I don't understand why you bother with all that.
Hey, keep up appearances and all.
Just have the coffee. It smells nice.
I'm gonna have that. If you order something, you can go take this back and have a word with them.
I don't need a prop.
Or just an
Look,
excuse to talk to them.
You just sit here and eat your pointless matter. I'll be back.
I will. She'll pick up the jelly and start slathering it on her bread while maintaining eye contact with Hank.
It's gonna taste like ashes.
And then she's gonna put it take a bite of it and go.
He's not even looking at her now. He's just getting up and walking away. He's going to walk to another table close to the counter and sit down.
Jules, I will say this. Your coffee came out first, but
Okay.
not by too much between then and your food, so they are hot together.
Excellent. She'll add some sugar to it, like 4 spoonfuls of sugar, and just stir it up and then start kind of drinking it, making sure that she's slurping it loudly. So.
I will say this, Jules. It is not a Michelin star meal by any standard, but it is very well made and fresh. It's tasty.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't taste like ash. Okay.
As long as you blush of life, no.
Oh, okay. I think she
Yeah.
blush alive.
Yeah, I don't believe you have to pay with your current generation to actually blush of life.
Oh,
If I
okay.
remember properly.
Gotcha. I think we can do it, but as long as we rouse for the night, I think.
Yes.
Is it that how that works?
I will double check, but for now we'll go forward with that as long as you rouse for the evening.
Okay.
No, it tastes like food, but it just doesn't have the same lusciousness that a person or another kindred has for you. Like, it's enjoyable, but it's by no means the best thing you've ever had.
Still, she won't smack because she's not that.
It's good because I'd throw a knife at you.
Yeah. So she's not gonna do that. But every so often, if Hank looks at her, she's like, so good.
Frank's going to sit down at a table and pick a knife up and start playing with it. Like, really tempted.
Jules, you're halfway through your meal when Peter, Dr. Isaacs, and a new face arrive.
Before they turn up, I want to attract Jackson's attention.
Okay. He'll come over and check on you.
Jackson,
Yes,
have a seat.
sir. He'll check to make sure that nobody else seems to be like they're interested in coming into the cafe and have a seat across from you.
Jackson, I've been coming here for a few nights now. And you've always been kind. And I think you might be in a position to be able to do a little job for me.
You're nice, sir, but I have work here. What
I don't
What do
need
you
you
need
to.
help with?
I don't need you to change your occupation. I'd have to train somebody new, and I don't want to have to do that.
He nods.
You do a good job. You bring us what we need. You don't ask me too many questions. And you don't listen when I don't want you to listen.
He nods again.
You're a good lad.
I like my work.
It's good. It's good to take pride in what you do. Too many young'uns these days looking for a free ride and not wanting to get their hands dirty. But you ain't like that, Jackson. You're a good lad.
I try. Yes, sir.
So listen. I have recently been told that I can have some friends. And I can give them a gift. Would you like to be my friend, Jackson?
He considers it, and you can tell he's looking at you, and he's considering, like, you're a very imposing figure to a degree, but also you've been nothing but kind and polite to him.
I should point
He
out I
nods.
also have obvious predator as a flaw.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's why he's always hesitated around you
Mhm.
and seemed a bit skittish. Because you can tell he's very at ease around other people when he's waiting on them. And even just the interaction with Jules earlier, he seemed a little at ease, and then it quickly went back. What's it mean to be your friend, sir?
Well, I can give you a little gift. And I can make you a better man.
What kind of gift, sir?
I'm just going to bite my wrist and go, this kind.
He's actually gonna like clamber back a little bit. Jules, you hear the chair rock on the floor and almost fall back, but doesn't quite, and catches himself.
So as he's going backwards, I'm going straight towards him, and I'm putting my wrist straight into his face. My hand's going across on the back of his head. Like, it's all right, just drink. It'll all be fine in a minute. Just drink.
Can Jules see what's going on?
Absolutely. Jules, you've been privy to this entire conversation.
She is just watching while eating her breakfast. But just
like, I imagine Jules has like shifted her seat to where she has full view of this now. Like, just scooted a little to the side. I will say this. The cafe is open air to the corner and the street that it is on. So, very interesting situation happening. I won't say there's much foot traffic at present, but it's a very interesting situation happening. Jackson's
I thought
mouth
we were inside.
immediately.
Yeah.
You're inside,
Yeah.
but the exterior doors. So to set the visual of this cafe a little bit better, the walls on either side are not full walls facing the street. They have support columns.
Oh, okay.
And some of them have like the folding, much more like.
That's fine. In that case, if that's the case, is there a back room? Is there like a kitchen?
Oh
that you
yeah,
go into?
there's like a
Right,
kitchen
so-
behind the counter.
So I'm not going to change anything about what I've just done, but
Okay.
what I will do is I'll put my wrist to his face, I'll clamp my hand on the back of his head, and I'll drag him into the back room, whispering into his ear, "Don't worry, just drink. It'll be fine in a minute," and get him out of sight.
Some of the doorways are just open door arches with the accordion coverings that hinge open. They just open them in the evening or whenever they have business. Jules, you watch this entire thing and you see Jackson just get picked up with the ease is if Frank is just moving a child. Like, there's no problem, even though, like, he's hesitating. He's, like, flailing a little bit, trying to push against Frank's chest. The hand is still behind his head. The wrist is still to his mouth, and you hear very muffled.
Jules, kind of while she's eating still, will kind of stand up. Is there like a door she can close, or like the
Well,
accordion
if you go
door?
around, you can just start closing the. Give me just a second. My brain is just
Okay. Don't worry, mine is as well.
window.
It's been a while since I've been in New Orleans, out of character, so.
They're basically like floor to ceiling shutters, like accordion shutters.
Okay.
That was the word I was looking for.
Okay, she'll go look, like, and start kind of closing them, like, you
Yeah.
know, like trying to nonchalantly do it, like, just,
Mhm.
so,
Like specifically from the area, it has the most direct view, I imagine.
right.
Yeah, you're easily able to do that. You also notice that though there are people moving around, the scene is not quite yet noticed, and you're able to start. You close up about half of them on one side. In the meantime, Frank, you have whisked this panicked Jackson into the kitchen area, and you can feel he's trying to say something against your wrist, and you're probably willing the blood, so it's a very messy situation overall. Um, what do you do once you're in the kitchen? He
Uh,
doesn't seem to be calming down just yet.
is there anyone else in the kitchen?
Mm, yes, there is a cook, and he looks over at the situation that's happening and returns his attention to what he was doing before.
I'll glance at him for a second, and then I'll look back at Jackson again.
You
Jackson,
make eye contact, and you can tell that like his heart skips a beat, and
Jackson,
he shakes his head.
I am not letting you go until you take a drink. I'm like my head close to his ear.
Let's see. Give me charisma intimidation. You don't need to worry about a difficulty. I just want to see how many successes you get, so you can put it against a 1.
Three.
There's an overwhelming look of panic on his face. And after a few more seconds, he's not kicking or flailing or struggling anymore. After a few more seconds, and he realizes you're not physically hurting him, you're just maintaining the hold. Give me a wit awareness. Again at a 1.
Three. Two.
You can tell he mimics like he takes a drink. Like there's the sensation of a draw, but you don't see his throat move.
Jackson,
Mm,
I haven't hurt you yet.
mm.
You haven't done as I've asked you to yet. You can prevent me from hurting you by simply doing as you're told.
And he will actually swallow at that point, now that you've threatened him with physical harm.
Good boy. I'm going to take my wrist away from his mouth. Quiet. I need to tell you some stuff.
He just slowly nods. You hear the back door open, by the way, and the cook has left.
Wait. I should say to the cook.
Just gone, like
Okay.
by the like actually just gone. Like the back door just is closing when you hear it.
Okay. I shall kick the door open to the front. A crack, and I shall shout, Lucy, Jules.
Yes.
There's one leaving by the back. You might want to slow down.
Okay. She'll, I guess, make a beeline for him.
You leave out the other side, the non-shuttered side. By the way, I want to point out that um Peter and Dr. Isaacs, as you pull up, the shutters are still halfway pulled along the side that you're pulling up next to. We'll get to you in just a moment. Jules, you come out around the side and you see a man still with an apron on, walking down the street, shaking his head, muttering to himself under his breath. And he's not running, he's not creating a rush, but he is swiftly walking in the opposite direction of the building.
Hey, wait up!
Oh, nope, nope. I don't get paid enough for any of whatever just happened. Good kid, not my
Um,
problem.
She'll run up and grab him.
It's all going according to plan.
he's gonna swirl around and like, look, lady. Look, lady. No offense. I don't
None
get paid enough for
taken.
that.
Oh,
But
I can pay you more. Come with me, and I want to dominate it. It's mesmerized, so
I'd rather go with you. Actually,
right. So come back to. You could sit up front with us.
okay.
Great. Follow
Like,
me.
wait, but
But what?
it's gonna be okay, right? He's
Of
following along with
course.
you.
It's all gonna be okay.
Okay. But like, I didn't see anything.
Oh, it's okay.
Look, if you need me to not say anything, don't worry, already done. And he's still following you as you make your way back. And Jules, you round the corner with this chef. I imagine your hand is still on his shoulder, guiding him, probably.
It is.
To Dr. Isaacs, Peter, and Maddie standing in one of the open archways to a non-shuttered area, looking in, seeing a chair knocked over, seeing like a half, mostly eaten meal, I'll give you that. The back door to the kitchen ajar, and they're just kind of looking around and make eye contact with you and the chef first.
Hey, what took y'all so long? This is my friend. What's your name again?
Uh, Lucas,
Nice to meet you, Lucas. I'm Jules. By the way, your eggs are excellent.
thank you. Uh, Made them like my mom does.
Oh, she must be a lovely lady.
Eh, good cook. Angry woman.
Oh, I know the type. But hey, it seems like you cook your food with love. This is my friend, Dr. Isaacs, and my other friend, Peter. And this is Peter's friend.
This is Matty.
Hi, Matty. I'm
What's
Jules.
happening, Jules?
Lucas gives
Uh,
a wave to you three.
well, Hank is making a friend, and I was making a friend as well because uh, he didn't want to oversee some things. So, yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, he didn't see anything. I'm just bringing him back here to hang out with me so he can return to his job after everything is said and done.
So are you making him a friend? I'm gonna give you like a
Oh, since it's so important to Hank, I'll ask. Hey, Lucas, do you want to be my friend?
Um, doesn't seem so bad so far.
Great. See, he said yes.
Kinda don't want to be around whatever happened in there though.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not as forceful as he is. Do you want to go around the back and seal the deal?
His eyes are gonna grow really, really wide. But how you phrase that, he's just like, Miss, you're real pretty, but like, is Jules, with your mesmerize on him,
Mhm.
do you intend for him to say yes?
It's, not that part, but if he resists, she'll do it again.
He's not necessarily resisting.
Mhm.
He just seems awkward with all of your friends around, having been just asked that.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Uh,
If you don't want to, we can solve this problem real fast.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
I might die tonight anyway. Why not?
Oh, okay. Come with me, and then she'll take him around to the back. I don't know what's
Okay,
around the back. I guess to the where the bathroom is. I guess I don't know.
the kitchen or the bathroom. Yes, that would be.
Since the kitchen is a little bit occupied with Frank and Jackson, she'll take him to the bathroom. It'll be fine. He'll need it anyway.
The two of you slip into the bathroom, and with that, we will be right back. Thank you for listening and join us next time. We look forward to having you at our table. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and various other sources. Stay safe.